Sarah and Mark Thompson called in this week, and they have a daughter named Emily who's 18 years old, high school senior, and is planning for next steps. And they are conflicted for a few reasons about college, whether or not Emily should go. And they're saying it's because Emily doesn't know what she wants to do, on top of the fact that college is so expensive. So today we're going to jump into that topic for all the parents and families who, like the Thompsons, have a high schooler who's unsure about their career path and are fearful of signing up for a college or university because they don't want to borrow amounts of debt and they don't have the money. Have no more fear. Jordan Green-Ellis is here. Welcome to All About the Money. Let's get into it.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
Mr. Jordan Green-Ellis.
Mr. Green-Ellis.
Jordan Green-Ellis.
I know you may not feel like it, but your feelings are temporary, and sometimes they may not be telling you the truth about who you are. In fact, most times they aren't telling you the truth about who you are. You may feel like you come from the wrong side of the tracks or the wrong neighborhood, or maybe the unlikely it's okay. When I was in college, I couldn't afford books, but now I write books for college students. All right, y'all, I finally figured out a name for what I want to call this segment. It's going to be called All About the Money. We're going to be talking about all things financials, okay? For disclaimers purposes, I am not a financial advisor, nor is any of this financial advice. It's just advice from the school of life, baby. I've been around the block a couple more times than I would have liked to. I've also helped families who, like you, are aspiring to attain financial stability, especially for their babies, right? I'm the author of Caps and Gowns, All Smiles, No Frowns, Keys to Earning a Debt-Free Degree. I help families like you decrease and eliminate student loan debt so that debt won't be a part of your financial destiny. Let's get into it. The Thompsons got Emily in high school, and she's about to graduate. They're unsure of what they want to do because they've heard so much about colleges and universities and how much they cost and how expensive they are. They haven't really prepared as much financially, so they don't have money to put into it. She's an average student, respectfully, okay, doesn't really have the highest GPA, and they're concerned about merit-based scholarships. And honestly, it really just boils down to footing the bill. So they're undecided if whether or not Emily should go because they don't want to ruin her financially. First of all, the Thompson family, you are on the right track by thinking about what this will do to and for Emily financially. This has to be a financial decision before anything else because we can make money doing anything, right? But our goal in our post-high school options should be centrally focused on how we can quickly establish ourselves financially and create income that is predictable and consistent, okay? Establishing yourself financially or financial stability is begins with having predictable and consistent income. That usually comes from a job or a career. Now, we know that getting a college degree, well, let me back up. There's a lot to be argued in this day and age about the relevance of a college degree. And I want to tell you that if you're like the Thompsons and you're planning to go to college, you think it's a good idea, please understand that it is one of the greatest financial investments that you can make. Hear what I said closely. It is one of the greatest, most beneficial, or has the potential to be the most beneficial financial investment for your child's future. Now, I say it like this specifically because many families don't approach this process as a financial decision. They approach this process or going to college as a morale building type of thing, or something that will give them some sort of prestige. And yes, going to college, I hope that makes sense. Going to college is very much so a prestigious thing. But in 2024, it has to be a financial decision. And so we want to throw all that prestige crap out the window. We want to focus on the money. This is all about the money, y'all. So I want to ensure you that, number one, getting a college degree, okay, and for the sake of this video, getting a college degree, okay, let me back you up because, hey, y'all, real quick, if you're here, your family. I call it Team Green-Ellis. So I want you to join Team Green-Ellis below. It's completely free. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and that thumbs up so you can stay in the loop with all things Team Green-Ellis. All right, let's get back into the video. A lot of people, when they hear the term college, they automatically go into a category, and it's like, okay, I understand why, but you've been brainwashed, my friend. Now let's brainwash you. Let's wash that dirt off your brain and give you a different definition. Actually, I looked it up earlier, but I want to read it verbatim, okay? The definition of college is an educational institution or establishment in particular, one providing higher education. So it's an educational institution or establishment that provides higher education, but listen closely, or specialized professional or vocational training, okay? So it's not just your typical or traditional college and university as we think. Vocational schools are colleges. Trade schools are colleges, and many of them have the word college in their name, okay? So here's what I'm saying. First and foremost, getting a college degree or its equivalent, if it's a certificate of vocation, which is also a college degree, they just cost a little bit less, is the best decision that you can make. You need to do something so that we can fast track financial stability. What is financial stability? Predictable and consistent income that will afford you the ability to live comfortably, okay? Decreasing student loan debt and other consumer debt so that you don't have to give your money away, all right? We're not living off of borrowed money. That is the greatest path or the fastest path to financial demise, okay? So getting a college degree, first and foremost, is one of the greatest financial decisions that you can make, but it has to be a financial decision. What do I mean by that? You can't buy something that you can't afford. Don't buy a degree that you cannot afford. Don't buy a degree that will not afford you financial stability. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to understand, I'm looking down because I want to be strategic and not ramble today on the official start of All About the Money. It's okay. Number one, let me go back. It's okay that Emily and families like Emily's family don't know what they want to do occupationally. That's perfectly okay, okay? So I want to start with that and then also say to the parents, you got to relax a little bit because I'm pretty sure that many of you at 18 years old didn't know what you wanted to do, okay? I always say when students tell me they don't know what to do, I always respond with this statement. Well, you know what you don't want to do. You know you don't want to be hungry. You know you don't want to be staying in the dark. You know you don't want to be sleeping on the floor. You know you don't want to be sleeping outside. And what that requires is financial stability. And so you want to start with the money in mind. Here's the exercise that I do with all of my families that I personally work with. It's called the cost of living exercise. The Thompsons, you can ask Emily this question. What type of lifestyle do you want to live after graduation? When you're on your own, rather. Let's put the parameters around that. When you're on your own, not living with us, mom and dad, how do you want to live? Where do you want to live? What do you want to drive? Where do you want to be able to take your vacations? How do you know what I mean? So you want to ask them what type of lifestyle they desire to live. And then I want you to run the numbers. They need to understand what it costs to be them. Every time I ask this question, every student says something similar to the lifestyle that they've been living or that their parents have provided, right? And usually the lifestyle that their parents have provided requires more money than what they have, right? And so what they have to understand, or what they will come to understand through this cost of living exercise, is that they need to get money, okay, legally, and in a just manner, right? They need to have predictable and consistent income. We need to put these things in perspective. So I want you to do the cost of living exercise, the Thompson family. I want you to do this cost of living exercise. And then I want you to go back to the college conversation, okay? Well, actually, I'm sorry. Before that, I want you to begin to explore different career paths, okay? Go back to the college conversation. Yes, that's right. Go back to the college conversation and then begin to explore different career paths that may afford Emily that lifestyle that she wants to live. It's a financial investment, okay? I do believe in pursuing your passion. I do believe in following your dreams. I'm an inspirational speaker first. I firmly believe in that, right? But I also simultaneously believe that it is much more feasible and much more strategic, rather, or it will be, what's the word that I'm looking for? It will be more beneficial for you to be able to pursue your dreams and not worry about if whether or not your lights will be cut off. You need financial stability first. Okay, everybody's story is different. Some people jump out there and they sink a little bit and then they figure out how to swim. I'm not advising that. I'm pretty sure that many of them wouldn't advise that as well. And if they did, you might want to run the opposite direction, okay? So you want to afford yourself financial stability first and foremost. So you start in one place and then you grow to the next one, okay? Don't be in a rush. Life is long, okay? Don't take your time, rather, or don't be lazy, but don't be in a rush to make things happen, okay? A lot of people out here are faking and lying on Instagram. Don't be pushed by them, okay? So I want you to have some financial stability first. Now let's go back to the college conversation. Because this is an investment, you need to choose an investment that's going to give you a big return. What's the investment? What you're paying for. what degree you're paying for, okay? So I need you to begin to research different degree programs or different majors that will afford you the opportunity or put you on the path to an opportunity that's going to make you money. My name is Jordan Green-Ellis and I'm your debt-free degree coach, but who I am is not nearly as important as what I'm about to say. This is Kamaya Tynes, one of the students that I've recently worked with who is a college freshman and on her way to a degree without debt. She actually goes to one of the most expensive schools in her state. It's over $60,000 a year and she's getting paid to go to school. Why? Because she had the right information. The question isn't whether or not you can pay the bill. So I don't want you to worry, parents, because I know you're thinking about how that premium price is going to get paid, y'all. Your kid has got a dream school and they got accepted into it, but you're wondering, man, what do I have to do to make sure that this bill is covered? Because I don't want my kid to ruin themselves financially. You and many others have this question, but you don't have the answer. The answer is in the information, y'all. You got to know how to get it done. Just like Kamaya and Antonio and Desiree and many other families that I work with just like yours, the how is in the information, y'all. So I want to encourage you to get the information. If you're wondering of how to foot the bill, if you're wondering if whether or not you're going to have to take drastic measures like my parents did, who actually took money from their retirement to put their baby boy through college and it still wasn't enough, I still had to borrow over $30,000 of student loans. If you're wondering how to avoid all drastic situations, then I want to encourage you to look no further and come get the answers to your questions at my upcoming boot camp, y'all. I'm going to give you all the information that I give to my families one-on-one in one day. I've come up with a formula. I've come up with a curriculum to be able to give you so that you don't have to depend on anyone else. One of the greatest pitfalls that I see in college preparation is that families think that they have time. Families think that the money's just going to pop up. Families think that the school they're getting ready to send their kid to is going to help them pay for it. And the truth is, y'all, they're not going to help you. I want to encourage you to get to my upcoming boot camp this month. It is the Degree with No Debt College Boot Camp. And I promise you, it'll be the best investment that you make this year. Why? Because you're going to get so much of a return on this investment. You're going to be like, I should have paid 20 times as much as I paid for it. There are two ways that you can join this boot camp. There's general admission, which is $50, and you'll be able to join this boot camp and get all the information that you need. And honestly, this would be good enough. But if you want to take it a step further, if you want to enhance your experience, I want to encourage you to join the VIP experience. The VIP experience comes with admission to the boot camp, as well as 2 of my books for free, as well as a scholarship list for free, as well as a private Q&A session for free. And the last bonus is absolutely crazy, but I'm going to do it anyway, y'all. You'll get a month free in my private community called Caps and Gowns University. And it's just basically like the boot camp on steroids, y'all. It's so much more information. It's a community of people that are learning and growing just like you on their way to a debt-free degree. So I want to encourage you to sign up so that you can get the right information. Yes, it's going to be a lot, but you'll have access to the replay for a limited time. You'll be able to have what you need, y'all. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to my team at cgu@jordangreenellis.com. I am signing out, y'all, but I'll see you at the boot camp. If you do have passions and you're creative and perhaps you want to do multiple things, you don't have to do the same thing for the rest of your life. Okay? You can have multiple careers. It may require you to get another degree, but it's okay. I can teach you how to do it debt-free, so it'll be a good financial investment. You don't have to stay a teacher or an engineer for the rest of your life. You can have multiple careers. Okay? Life is long, but don't wait too long to get started. All right, so I want you to go back to the college conversation strategically. I want you to pick a major that's going to afford you, put you on the path rather to that desired lifestyle that you want to live. I'm looking down because I want to read it verbatim. I want you to go to bls.gov. Okay, I think that's what it is. Yep, bls.gov, and BLS stands for the Bureau of Labor Statistics. When you get there, I want you to find the Occupational Outlook Handbook. Okay, when you get to bls.gov, I want you to find the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And what this is going to give you information on is those types of careers as well as the median income. Okay, you've done the cost of living exercise, so now you know what it costs to be you, what it costs to live where you want to live, if you're going to be renting, if you're going to be owning, what you're going to be driving, so forth and so on. And then you can do the math to figure out how much monthly you'll be taking home. And if you can afford that lifestyle that you want to live, okay? Now, you may have to downgrade your lifestyle for a period of time. Had a mentee a couple years ago. She wanted to buy her first car out of college. I'm like, okay, well, what you think? And she like luxury. I'm like, okay, hold on, slow your roll. Ain't nothing wrong with luxury, but not at the expense of our lights, being cut off, okay? So let's think about a Toyota. Okay, let's think about a Toyota and have some delayed gratification for the luxury. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, life is long and it's for living. Okay? A lot of people riding around driving these luxury cars, they alive, but they ain't living. That's another conversation for another day. Okay? So I want you to begin to do some career exploration, but most importantly, I want you to start looking at what it's going to do for you financially. Okay? If you're making $32,000 a year, okay, great. That might be a starting point for you. $32,000 will change some person's life, but not if you're spending $32,000. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with 32. But if you're spending 30 or 28 of that 32,000, you're going to be strapped. You're going to feel like you're suffocating. And that's what many families fall short in when they're preparing for college. They don't think about what this will do to and for their child financially. Do not. I posted this on Facebook the other day. Simply allow your kid to go to a school just because they got in. It's over 4,000. Oh my goodness. It's over 4,000 institutions in America alone. Ain't none of them special if as far as I'm concerned. Ain't none of them special. Because at the end of the day, when you're applying for a job, most employers aren't going to ask where you went. They're going to ask what you studied and can you get the job done? That's the main focus. Harvard is cool. Great. Howard is cool. Shout out to the HBCUs, right? The elites, right? Nothing wrong with that, but it's a marketing technique at the end of the day. And all of those schools have premium prices. And again, there's nothing wrong with them. Shout out to Howard. Shout out to Harvard. Shout out to all the Ivy League. Shout out to all the elites. No, and that's a genuine shout out. I work with institutions all around the globe. But the problem is that many of us are getting so consumed with the brand name of the school and not what it'll do for and to and for us, rather, I should say, financially. It's just like when you're in the grocery store and you know you got a budget to hit, you're going to put that extra pack of chicken back. Same exact thing. Don't sign your kid up for a school that they cannot afford. And secondly, do not choose a major based off of your interests alone. I love passion projects. I am a firm believer in pursuing your dreams. I am. Please don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I am a firm believer that having financial stability can afford you the opportunity to pursue your dreams. It's hard to do both at the same time when you don't already have a foundation to stand on. Yes, the impossible can happen. Yes, great things, miracles can happen, but that's not a plan. Nobody plans for miracles, they just happen. And I know that's contrary to what a lot of people think, and you may think that I'm trying to rain on your parade, but I promise you I'm not. I'm trying to get you to understand how to build your life strategically. So shout out to the Thompsons for checking in this week. If you have a question like them and you want some more insight about how to do college with little to no debt and how to make it a good financial investment for you and your child's future, drop your question in the comments, okay? All right, y'all. That's a wrap for All About the Money this week. I sincerely hope that you and your family are doing well. Make sure that you hit the bell and subscribe below and tune in next week for a brand new episode of All About the Money.